Participants. If you're using our base catalogue of suppliers, the first 100 names from the list will be displayed by default. However, if you're entering your own participants, the default names will be removed as soon as your participants are added. Once you've entered and saved the participants' details, you'll be able to search for them again later using the search bar at the top. We highly recommend grouping participants with a keyword when creating their profiles. This will make it much easier to find the participants you need later. There are two options for creating participants. The first is to add an individual participant. To create an individual participant, click on the orange plus icon in the top right corner. Here you'll need to fill in the participant's details. While you can leave unknown fields blank, the VAT number and email address must be provided. Once registered, the participants will be able to fill in any missing details themselves, including selecting their main contact. In addition to the main contact, you can add up to 3 additional people to receive the invitation. Also, don't forget to assign that keyword to the profile for easy searching later on. When all the details are entered, you'll have 2 options. Click Add and Select to save the participants' details to the system and immediately select them for the current tender. Or, click to save their details without selecting them. If you choose this option, you'll be able to search for and select the participant later using the search bar. The second way to add participants is to upload multiple at once. To do this, you'll need to activate the Fat Joe functionality. Once activated, click the Import All Participants button to download the required template. Keep in mind that the templates are specific to each tender and will only work for the tender they were downloaded from. After opening the file, you'll see an example entry at the top. Feel free to delete this example once you're ready to enter your own participants' details. When filling in the template, make sure to include the language, VAT number and email address for each participant. Any unknown details should be left blank, but do not delete the columns themselves. If a missing or additional information is required, a pop-up will notify you during the upload process. Once you've finished entering the details, save the file and return to the system. Browse for the file and select it for import. After the participants have been imported, you'll be able to locate them using the search bar. To include a participant in your tender, click the Include box next to their name and then click the Select button. Observers. When a tender is created, only one administrator is allowed into the tender hall at a time. This ensures a more streamlined and controlled process, with one person fully managing the tender at any given moment. However, observers can be added to allow multiple people to view the tender simultaneously, though their functionality will be limited compared to the administrator. To create an observer, click the orange plus symbol in the top right corner. From there, you can either select from any pre-existing contacts or enter the required details manually. Next, you will need to carefully review and select the permissions you want the observer to have, such as what they can view or do during the tender. Once you've completed your selection, you can add and send login details. This immediately sends the login credentials to the observer. Or add only. This saves the observer's details in the system and you can send the login credentials later. If you choose to send the login later, you can do so anytime from the Send tab.